Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you have a great day and continuing with this mood, inshallah. So, yeah, today we are just continuing with our session about relation. So, yesterday we talked about relation and what is the use of relation and why we need relation and what's important of relation. And we talk about one-to-one relation. So, today we are talking about one-to-many and many-to-many. So when we are saying one-to-many, it means that we have one record from one table connected to many table on the other table. As an example, here we have customer table and we have order table. So may we have one customer, let's say just Lara, she ordered 3 different um, things from here, like computer, iPhone, and a scanner. So this way we say that this relation is one-to-many. So when we are having one-to-many relation, it means that one record on a specific field is connected to many records on another field. That's why we call it one-to-many. And how to practice one-to-many on our data. So as you see now, what I have order ID, I have order type. Here we added something which we call it foreign key, because if you remember yesterday, we just like mentioned something about foreign key and we said that we will later go deeper about foreign key. What we mean by foreign key. So if you are looking at this data, we have order ID. It is from the family of the order. We have order type, which is the family of order. But here there's something totally different. It's talking about customer. So customer is foreign for this table and for this information. Even like in our life, if someone is just like a stranger is coming to us and we don't know this person, is not our relative, is not our friend, is not our co-worker or colleague at university, so or at school, so we don't know this person. This person is a total stranger, so we call this person a foreign for us because we don't know this person, we don't know anything about this person. But because of any reason, for example, you are sitting in a bus, so it's not like you are choosing who's sitting next to you. So for sure, there will be a foreigner sitting next to you most of the time. And rarely you will have your friend or your relative or your neighbor, someone like this is sitting next to you. So in general, in the bus, you have a foreigner next to you. So here also we have a foreigner. So this foreigner is it could be a foreign key. Also here, we have customer ID, we have customer name. Also, there's something called order. This is gonna be our foreign key. So this is also a foreigner based on our information here in the data. So it's not obligatory to have foreign key in both tables. Where we want to have the foreign key, we want to have the foreign key in the table that we going to connect to. For example, if I want to connect my customer table to the order table, so I'm connecting customer to the order. So in the order, I have to have a foreign key. While on the customer table, I need primary key there. So here it's coming the work of foreign key and primary key. We said that in one-to-one, we are obliged to link two fields which they have same data type, which is their data is similar. And also we need to have the primary key on both of them. So now when we are talking about connecting a table using money one-to-many, so what we have a table which contain a primary key and connecting this field which is have the same data type on another table, and without a primary key, because we don't need a primary key on one-to-many. For one-to-many, we don't need primary key to be on both tables. But in one-to-one, we need primary keys. So let's try it. What we are doing, we are just, as usual, we have to close this, the objects. Then we are going to table tool, database tools. And now from here, clicking on relation, I want to add the tables that I want to connect them or making the relationship between them, which is customer and order. Adding them and say, okay, we said that we have this two table. Okay, I want to connect this two table by using one-to-many. So one customer having many orders here. So what I will do, by drag and drop, I'm linking the customer on the first table and joining with the customer ID on the other table. So here it shows us, this means that we can make money one-to-many relation. And now we see here is our first table, and this is second table, which is related to table one. So our first table, we call it, let's just write it here. This one is the parent. Okay. This is a parent. And this one will be the child. So imagine we have these two tables. The first one will become the parent for the second one. So it means that as we have in our family, we have one parent, one mom and dad, but we have many siblings, sisters and brothers. So this parent, for example, let's say in my family, I have brothers and sisters, but I have one parent. So this parent is related to each of us parallelly at the same time. So here as well, we have such a things that we call them parent and child. So what I will do, I will connect this to that straight. As you see here, we have this two. So this two means the first one is the parent and the second one is the child. So now the work of this checkbox is start. So the first checkbox is like making the change over in your in your home, the main board, when the electricity is coming in, making it on. When I make it on, now I could start the other things. For example, switching on the TV, switching on the air conditioner, switching on the refrigerator, switching on the oven, switching on the bulbs, whatever you want to switch on, you could just switch on. But first you have to make this active. What is this? This is saying enforce referential integrity. It means that anything happen on the first table will affect the second table. How? If we select this one, it says that if I changed anything or I made any update in the first table or the parent table, straight on the child table, the same thing will happen. So I will activate it. Second one, it says cascade delete related records. So if I deleted any records on the parent table, straight whatever records be linked to this record will be deleted. So if I activate it, it means that I'm preventing orphans data. What we mean by orphan data, we talked about before. Orphan means that the person who lost their father and mother, or maybe one of them. But in general, we are saying they lost their parent. So we don't want this happen in our data. We want everything to be related to something there. That's why we just keep it this way. And we will say create. After we said create, we see here before there was two dots, one dot here and one dot there. We said that this is mean 1 to 1. But now we have what? We have 1 to infinity sign. It means 1 to many. So here is going to be one record. Okay. One record connected to many records here. One record connected to many records here. That's why we call it 1 to many. Well, let's remove these things because we don't need them anymore. Great. So we are saving this because any change in the design, we have to save it. And now going back to order. First, we are saying, looking at the order because it's not 1 to 1. That's why we cannot see any pluses here to show us that this table relate to someone else. But when we are coming to customer, we see exactly there's something here. This parent 101 related to two orders, computer and iPhone. So Alan bought two things from our company. He bought a computer and also he bought an iPhone. Well, let's look at Alan. Avan. Avan didn't bought anything from us. Then we are looking at Salam. Salam bought one printer. And then looking at Lara, she bought one scanner. So now we see these two, they already have child or they already ordered, but this one, Avan, she didn't order anything. So that's why we cannot see anything relate to Avan. If we want Avan to buy something from us, what we can do, we can just come here and add something to our order, for example. We can order something else here from this one. Anything else? I don't know. It's 50. Mouse. Then what was her ID? 104. No, it's not 104. Avan is 102. So 102, she bought something. Now, if we are going back here and refresh all, first let's refresh this as well. Okay. And put this back. Say refresh all. Okay. So let's see. Here we have 2. Here we have 1. And here we have 1. And also here we have 1. So this is mean that we have things that relate to those people who they bought new things from us. This is how the relation one-to-many is work? Well, let's close the objects and go back to our relation. If I want to make any change, I will just right click and edit, or I will just select it and from here edit relationship. If I want to just remove this one, so I'm telling him I don't care even if there is like data that gonna be orphaned, I don't care. Or if I remove this, so the system will prevent me because there's someone who already ordered things. So I cannot just say, okay, I will delete them because he or she already ordered. So how to just say I will remove? So if I said yes and I saved, now I'm going back to my customer. And from here, if I want to delete this record, the record cannot be deleted or changed because table order includes related records. So here the system will telling me, wait, why you are deleting this guy while this guy, he already ordered something. So you cannot just remove him simple like this. So you have think about it, then you can do the delete, or I have go back and then go into relation, and from here again say I want to cascade delete records. So yes, and save. Now if I'm going back here and if I want to delete this one, so it just making sure if I want to delete it or not, because if I delete it by default, also their order will be deleted. That's why I'm allowed here to delete. So it's just asking me, are you sure you want to delete this record? If I said yes, I will just delete it. If I said no, I won't delete it. I want to keep it. So, and about the update. So we said that if we are making any updates here, for example, if we just add here Salam, yeah, or Avan Ali. So if I made any change here and I did refresh, so also it will affect here on the same on the other table. Or if I change anything here, for example, if I said this is not an iPhone, this is just a mobile, and I said refresh, okay, and then if I came here and I said refresh again here, or let's say refresh all, so if I'm coming here, you see the phone, the iPhone changed to mobile even without making any change here. So yes, this is the way that they were affecting each other while I'm making the cascade update or cascade delete. So this is how we are dealing with our data. And if I want to delete my relation, it's easy. Just go in there, right click, delete. Yes, I want to delete it. And then clear layout. Yes, I want to clear layout. And save this because this is I made change in the design, and close. Now, if I'm coming back here to customer, I don't see anything here. And if I come here, I don't see anything here as well. So simple like this. If I want to make it vice versa, I could just do it same way and make the change same way and add the information same way. So there's no problem. It depends on how you want to make the relation and which one of the table you want to make it parent and which one you want to make it a child. It is totally fine and it's super easy without any issue. Well, now we know how to do the one-to-many relation, and we understand it fully. Now, if we are talking about many-to-many relation, what we mean by many-to-many? Does it mean like many records from here is recorded to many records from there, and many records from here connected to many records from here? No, because this is going to be a mess. And systematic cannot accept mess or cannot accept chaos. So what we have to do here, we need to make sure that we have two tables, and we want to connect many fields from this table to many fields from that table in a way that not affecting each other and be simple. So what we have here, let's change this because it's just like a name. Let's change the name to blend. So what we do, we are making a new table, and this new table will contain the order ID and the customer ID. Because what we have here, we have customer IDs, and also we have order IDs here. And these two, as we know, let's make them all in design view to understand it. So as we know that customer ID is indexed or have primary key on it. Also, the order ID have primary key on it. So this new one that we are making, we have to put primary key in both of them. And how to put primary key? We are just selecting them both and clicking primary key, and we will add primary key to it. Then we are going back, just save it. We are going back and we are putting the ID for order and the IDs for customers into our table, because we know that we have these two. So that's why we are adding the information for it. And now what we are doing, we are trying to connect these three tables to make many-to-many between these two tables. How to do this? It's super easy, and do not panic and do not be afraid that it's not easy. It's so easy. We are coming here, relation, add the tables that we want to make the relation between them. We have the three. So what we are doing, this is the order, and this is the customer. What we have here, we have the blend. So these two, what we have here, we have, I will write P as a primary key here. And also I have a primary key here. And I have primary key here as well. What I want to make, I want to make one to many from here, and then one to many from, come on, these colors. So why I'm not using colors, right? Can use colors. So let's pick another color for the relation. Let's pick this color. So what I have one to many from here. What the heck? Okay. Yeah. So we have one to many and one to many. Okay. This is not number 8. This is many. Let's write it more clear. Great. So how to make this one-to-many? We just took it right now. What we are doing, we are picking this one and connected to, yeah, connected to order one-to-many. I will accept these things here and create. I have one-to-many. Again, from here, I do the same, and then enforcing this as well, create. So I see now I have what? I have a relation one-to-many, one-to-many. So what we are getting at the end, this guy, okay, not you, bring another color. I like this one. So what we have this, which is here, some many, and we have this from here, which is also many. So it will calculate many to many between these two. No, it's not nice. Yeah, so it will calculate between these two a relation called many to many, like this. So it is simple like that. So we don't need anything. We all we need primary keys on all the links, all the fields that I want to link their records, and making a new table with primary key on all the information that I want to make links between them. So here we have just two tables, or if I have more than two tables, if I have three tables, it's going to be one more there. If I have four tables, it's going to be one more there. So according to the number of tables, according to the number of tables. So if I have 1, 2, so I have two fields here. If I have 3, 4, I will add 3, 4 records here, or fields here. According to their primary keys, I will add primary keys here as well. Fields with primary keys. So it is totally normal. It's fine and it's easy. You don't need to be worried and to be panicked, to get panicked about this. All you need to focus and make decision what you want and which one you want to make relation between. So as you see, it is super easy and it's super friendly, and you can just do it simple like this without any issue. Now, if I want to delete them, I will just click on them, any, and then right click, delete. On the other side, the same way, I will delete it. Yes, and I can clear all the information from both of them. Then save this design change and go back here. One more time. When I want to make many to many relation, I need to make the third table. If I have just two tables, or if I have three tables, I will make the fourth table. If I have five tables, I will make the fifth table. If I have like six table, I will make the seventh table, just to make fields under the primary key fields on the tables that I want to relate them together. So this means that we cannot make relation between tables without primary key. So primary key is the essential of our relation. Without primary key, we cannot make any relation. Remember when we said we have many one-to-one, we said that on both tables, we have to have primary keys. When we said one-to-many, we said on one of the tables, we have to have primary key. When we are talking up many-to-many, we have to have primary keys on the main tables, and also the new table that we are making, we have to put primary keys on all of them. That's why primary key is the essence of relationship in database. That's why do not look at primary key as something normal. Primary key is the key for your success in making database. Now, we said that we have these two. Even we can delete this column because don't look at it that it's necessary for here. On the other table as well, I can just delete this because we just need it while we are using one-to-many. But in many-to-many, no need at all. What we need primary keys, and the table that we are making, we have to put primary key on all the fields that we are adding. Later on, what we are doing, we are just coming here and relation, then add the fields that we want, add the tables that we want. We have the three, and later on, what we have the information from all of them. And now we said that we are making one-to-many here, and then one-to-many there. Hola. Now we have our relation without any problem, and I'm saving it, going out from here. When I'm going to the customer, I see, yes, exactly, there is a relation, because straight is just showing me that the customer, they just ordered new things from somewhere else. That's why I see here as well, there's customer who bought things from, or there's like orders who been ordered by someone. And when I'm going here, I see there's nothing, because as we know, it become the child for both of them. So that's why these two, they have the information that they are parent, because we just put them as a parent. We said it's one-to-many, but here we see it's just like by itself, because it's that child table. So you cannot see anything as we do with the one-to-many. So there's two one-to-many, and then this two one-to-many become a many-to-many relation later on. So this is relation. This is the let's say the main duty of relational database, because when we are saying a relational database, it comes from the name of relationship. So without relationship, we will have a flat file database. So with the relationship, now we have a relational database, which it has lots of pluses over the flat file database. That's why if you understand this you will be sort of not expert, because still there is thing that you don't know, but you will be in an intermediate level of database designer, and you can just like create small database for small shops or small markets near from your home, and say, okay, I will do it for you for, let's say, $200, while others, they are doing for lots of money, because you know the information how to make it and how to deal with this and how to calculate step by step. from the other classes, we will take the other things that you needed, especially for analyzing, for reporting, for retrieving the data, and things like this. So thank you for your participation and thank you for your time. I will leave you with Mama Stabnar and try to practice today. And best of luck